Well, guys. Today, pretty big day for me. Big changes. I haven't really sat down and talked to the camera in a while. But today I just kind of wanted to give an update. What's been going on in the past recently, what's going on in my life right now, and what I'm going to be doing with the channel. So to take it back, over the last year or so, I've decided that I don't enjoy living in Kansas City. I didn't decide that, I knew that, but I've decided to do something about it. So over the past year, I've been taking steps to move closer and closer towards just leaving completely and uprooting my life and just taking a first step towards something else. I think Kansas City is a nice place to live and grow up, but there's a lot of things about living in the Midwest that I just don't really enjoy. I'm 33 now. There's a lot of changes that need to be made if I'm gonna live the best possible life I can, or raise a family, or have a brighter future. So I sold my home and I took a portion of that money and invested in the stock market just to have some sort of growth in the future. Well, if anybody's paid attention to the stock market lately, it wasn't good. It hasn't been good lately. So while I was out in Colombia and in Costa Rica, the stock market decided to completely nosedive. So to be safe, I came back to Kansas City. I started working again just to have a nice cushion of income because, I don't really want to touch the money that I've invested, since that needs to grow for the future. So I came back, I worked, I did a little traveling around the States, and I put out a couple of videos on that. But I've taken care of all the work I needed to take care of, and now the final stage for me to leave is I'm gonna go ahead and sell my Tesla Model 3. Ugh. And, a lot of people might be thinking, yeah, you shouldn't do something like that in these times, Well, I normally wouldn't, but the car is actually worth a ton more than I bought it for. Well, you can thank inflation for that. So I'm actually making a profit on a car. I never thought it was possible, but that's what's happening right now. So today I'm taking the Tesla down, getting it sold, and from there, I'm just going to start traveling again for a while. I don't really have a destination in mind. For now, I'm literally just going to go back to Costa Rica and stay there for a little while. But in the future, I want to travel all of South America, I want to travel all of Central America, and I want to travel through Mexico as well. So I want to add that portion of the world to my, experience base, my knowledge base as well. I want to learn about these places. So that's what I'm going to do. But now that I will have money from the car, I actually want to go places that I've never seen before and I've always wanted to see, but money was an issue, which is like Japan. A lot of the countries are coming out of COVID restrictions, so it'll be a lot easier to go to these places. You don't have to go there and quarantine, I want to see many countries over in Asia and Southeast Asia, countries in Africa, and I'd love to go back to Europe and travel through and see the other countries I haven't seen. So the future is really looking bright. I'm really excited about my traveling coming up and just what the future can hold. I'm at this point in my life where I could literally just do anything. It's exciting, This is the last step towards leaving my life in Kansas City and finding a new life elsewhere. So I'm really excited about it, I'm 33, I'm single, I'm a bit older, and some people might be saying, oh, this is the time where you need to settle down and you need to start a family and stuff. Well, if that is what I should do, it's not gonna happen here. I mean, I completely owned outright, no payments, a house here for almost a decade, 9 years. And, I've tried the dating here. I always wanted that house because when we grew up, money was always an issue. And we were always, when I was really young, we moved around a lot because, we couldn't afford to stay in this apartment. And then when we finally got a house, we couldn't afford to do anything because, all the payments and stuff. And I was like, man, when I grow up, I'm just going to buy a house outright. So I worked my ass off for 7 years, bought a house outright. And then, I was ready. I was like, all right, when I have kids, they won't ever have to worry about anything like that. We can just focus on building a family and making sure that they have opportunities I never had, I had to join the fucking Air Force just to get an education, I had to put myself in a situation where we're fighting wars and stuff, and it was just a fair trade, you know. But I could talk about that for days. But anyways, so I thought, hey, you know, buy this house, blah, blah, blah. Man, I don't know how else to say it, but I don't think on the same wavelength as people here, and I don't have the same mentality. And I was just never able to meet someone where like starting a family was an option. So it was just, I moved past that, and I'm still open to something like that. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not one of those men who are like, hey, I'm never gonna have kids, or I'm just gonna fucking fuck off, or blah, blah, you know. You know, I want that responsibility, you know, and I want to choose a good partner that would be a good mother and everything like that. But anyways, it's not going to happen here in Kansas City is the main point. So now I'm ready to see more of the world and take this bit of money that I have now and, you know, actually explore and live in different places. And that's going to be the future of this channel. If you guys have been watching my videos, you might have noticed like I'm just putting out little tiny clips of things, little shorts, and it just looks like I'm all over the place. Like I'm in Europe, one video, the other I'm in the Philippines, the other I'm in South America or Central America. The reason I'm doing that is I actually just have a ton of footage and a ton of videos that I've never really released, or I am taking clips from longer format videos and trying to draw attention to them so that people will watch them. That's the reason I have the clips. I want people, I don't get a lot of traffic on my channel, so I want people, if they're interested in a subject from a clip, that they can follow it to the video that it is from. As far as like a lot of these shorts and stuff, people have very short attention spans, so I just try to put out little shorts, and if they hit, they hit. But it's really just to draw more attention into my YouTube channel because I would like to get monetized eventually. I don't have faith that it would be to the level that I can make a living off of it, you know. I understand that my channel is not like very comedic or, you know, entertaining, you know. I know what YouTube's really about, so it doesn't really bother me. I like my channel for two reasons. One, the little travel guides I do put out really do help people, you know. When you jump into another country and another situation you've never been into, it's good to have a guide, someone who's already been through it and can kind of explain things, and so that you can easily get around, and it just makes taking that first step a whole lot simpler. So I enjoy helping people that way. And number two, it's kind of just a time capsule of my life. Like, you might have seen videos of me in the Philippines. Well, that was 6 years ago, you know. You'll probably see a video of me in London coming up very soon. That was 5 years ago. I'm able to just go back and watch pieces of my life I would have never seen if I didn't make these videos, you know. And of course, like, I hope these experiences that I've had, you know, inspire other people to go out there and try it as well. Like taking a journey into a whole new world, a whole new country, you know, it can be very intimidating. So if you just see some bald bearded guy running around all over the world, it might be like, all right, if this guy can do it, I can freaking do it too. And I'm speaking more to Americans more than like people from other countries or other continents like Europe, because like Americans don't almost never leave the country and just go somewhere new. And if they do, they have to be kind of babied, like, oh, take me to a resort or something like that. And I do honestly think you miss the experience. Like, you really do. When you do things like that, you want to make your own adventure, you know, and it's a beautiful thing. So I want to encourage that, and I want to help people do that. So kind of to the recap, I'm leaving Kansas City. You know, I'll come back and visit, or maybe I'll come back and work here and there if I need to, or if there's a big project for me that someone wants me to do, I'll come back and do that. However, like, I don't want to make a life here at all. I've decided that. So, you know, I have to say my goodbyes to KC. You know, I love you. You raised me and everything, but, you know, I feel like staying here just limits my growth. It's a very cliche thing to say, but it is very true, you know. Even if it's somewhere else in the States that I make a life, I don't want it to be here anymore. Plus, the winter sucks. Screw that, right? You know, fall's coming right now, and I'm already ready to get out. It's getting cool out. So, number two, if you see just kind of random videos on my channel, you know, shorts that are in this country and that country, just random new videos of me in like Romania and stuff, like, it's really because I have tons and tons of videos that I need to finish, and I never finish them. You can blame that a bit on lack of motivation, you know, like, I don't get a lot of views, And it's not even just the views. I don't get any comments. So there's no real like external motivation to sit down for a week and edit a video when, you know, no one really says anything on it. However, it's more my pride now. Like, I want to finish everything, and I should finish what I start, so I'm gonna finish them. Like I said, if you see those just kind of randomly everywhere, that's why I'm gonna put them out, but that doesn't mean I'm there. Also, for the future of this channel, like, I'm gonna do a bit more vlogging in the sense of like, maybe I'll walk around cities that I'm in and talk about it, be less edited and just out there so you can see it. I'll go out at night, you know, I'll bring my camera and stuff, and you can kind of see like nightlife in different places. I'll do less edit intense videos like that. I know that some people enjoy those, so I'll definitely do that, as well as travel guides. Number 3, you know, if you've made it this far, like, I would appreciate some suggestions on things you like to see, things you're interested in. I mean, honestly, anything. It could be cool destinations, what's your favorite. I could go around and ask people questions. What are the women like in this country? You know, anything that people are interested in. The more content, the better. If you've listened to this whole thing, pray for me, because my Tesla Model 3, my baby, I'm selling her. I'm sure she feels betrayed, but breakups are hard. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to tell you more about what's been going on and let you know. So I'm gonna chop this up real quick and get it out on YouTube. I appreciate you guys for subscribing and even watching this long. Please let me know more about what you'd like to see, and stay blessed, guys. If you got any travel questions, hit me up. You know, peace.